Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, friends, a very warm welcome to the Trade Facilitation Innovation Days 2022, jointly organized by UNCTAD and the Global Alliance for Trade Facilitation. Over the next 2 days, you will have the opportunity to share experience and lessons learned and to exchange ideas on innovative solutions in trade facilitation. The WTO Trade Facilitation Agreement has truly promoted the modernization of trade procedures to fast track the flow of merchandise trade. The level of ratification of the TFA is very high at 94.5%, reflecting the commitment of developing and developing countries alike. However, the implementation is challenging because many government agencies need to collaborate, private sector buy-in is critical, and adequate infrastructure and skills are essential. Nonetheless, the supply chain crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic has created greater pressure to invest in digitalization, e-documents, automation, and other innovations in trade and transport facilitation. As you know, various TFA articles encourage the use of technology and the upgrade of IT systems. And UNCTAD programs in these areas saw a surge in demand during the pandemic, and I expect that these tools will become even more important in the future. So based on our experience, I would like to outline 4 ways in which innovation is contributing to trade facilitation and making a real difference. First, digital technologies make cross-border trade easier by allowing for automation and better coordination of trade procedures. The logistics sector benefits from regional and national electronic single windows, the development of port community systems, and e-certificates, all using data as a key ingredient for innovative trade facilitation solutions. One good example of the positive impact of such solutions is the implementation of Asikuda World. This is the UNCTAD customs management system, which is in Angola and which helped increase public revenue in Angola by 44% in 2018 after the first year of operation, and a further growth of 13% in 2019. There are many such examples from 100 plus countries and territories where Asikuda is present. Second, access to information and transparency have increased thanks to the innovative e-government tools. We found our trade information portals established in many countries across the globe have been extensively used by small and medium exporters to figure out what formalities and fees are required and which government agencies and where in town they need to go to fulfill these requirements. Another example is the reform tracker for the National Trade Facilitation Committees, recently developed by UNCTAD to help the committees to communicate in an interactive way and monitor the implementation of the TFA. Third, thanks to online facilities, the time and cost of trade transactions are being streamlined. Let me give you an example from Kenya. In Kenya, the simplification of 46 procedures through the Kenyan trade portals has led to an elimination of 66 documents, reduced the online access to 23 steps, and 114 hours saved in total for the traders to complete these procedures. We found many examples, especially in East Africa, where trade portals were used to reduce the red tape. And finally, e-commerce has created new sources of opportunities, particularly for developing countries that have invested in digitalization and access to ICT. The surge in demand for e-commerce during the lockdowns caused by COVID-19 increased the share of online retail sales as a proportion of total retail sales from 16% to 19% just in 2020. And while cross-border component of e-commerce is still small, it is growing very fast. At UNCTAD, we estimate that cross-border B2C e-commerce sales amounted to $440 billion in 2019, representing an increase of 9% over 2018. There is also indication that cross-border shipments picked up in volumes and values from the second quarter of 2020 as economies adjusted to the pandemic and the initial logistical challenges were addressed. This trend is here to stay, and there is a huge potential for small and medium enterprises, and especially for women entrepreneurs in e-commerce. So innovation is having a real impact on trade facilitation and economic activity. So these are some examples from our own activities across the globe. Sharing various innovations and tools that work and that can be replicated in developing country settings would be quite useful. So I hope in the next 2 days, all of you, trade facilitation experts, the government officials, border agents, logistics professionals, academia, and other specialists would come together, share practices, and reimagine new and better ways of doing trade. Thank you.